Shalom, Barak to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kadash. All praise and glories definitely do, especially in the times we're living in. Much respect to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to all the brothers out there doing the work. I say Shalom. All right. The title of this lesson will be Ye Israelites are the light of the world. All right. And before I get started on this lesson, I want to make mention of last night. Obviously, they put up the video today, and it was the elders of GMS, Elder Apostle Tahar, Ramlab, Bar, gave another quiz, to the men, and the question was asked about, to break down Daniel chapter 2 from verse 31 down. Now, I understand a lot of hands, because you see it on the video, a lot of hands, again, didn't go up. But, nonetheless, the point I want to make here is that these men aren't going to take a bow. They're not looking for praises. These elders, they give all praises, honors, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, as we all do, all right? But these men should be commended, okay? These men are teachers, all right? Like the scriptures itself, the scriptures are repetitive, okay? So these men, constantly do that. Elder Tahar has constantly always given out quizzes, all right? And the reason he does it is not to shame anyone. He does it to keep his people sharp. I repeat, to keep people sharp. All right? Again, wisdom is, and I love reading about wisdom. I believe Elder Gabar read about it last night out of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 there. All right? He read about wisdom, and wisdom is referred to in the scriptures as a woman, as a she or a her, okay? Again, wisdom is not, something that, you keep to yourself. True wisdom and knowledge is sharing it. You understand that? It's sharing it. And these men have done a great job of doing that, okay? Of bringing out the truth. And I don't mean a little bit of the truth, half the truth, 100% of the truth. How do you know that? If you know the scriptures, then that's how you know. Okay? And the scriptures speak of that. All right? This book is pure. Okay? It's pure. And again, it comes from the heavens. And you read this in James 3:17. All right? This wisdom comes from above you. What is above you? The heavens. All right? And it is first pure. And meaning before Esau, gets his hands on you, really your minds. You understand that? Okay? When you read St. John's 8:32, you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. That's real, people. That's real. Okay? It is Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai that takes you out of that darkness and brings you into his marvelous light, which is a lesson we're about to get into. All right? And we're going to get into that word light, okay, to give you people further meaning and understanding. But again, I just wanted to say that, I highly commend, these others in what they do, okay? And anyway, let's move on, all right? All right, let's get into this lesson. Again, my title is Ye Israelites are the light of the world. All right. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. All right. Let's get into this word light. All right. We already know what this stuff is, people. We do this for your understanding. All right. Light, minute light, heavenly lights have to surround angels when they appear in the earth. Anything immediate light, star, fire, because it lights and sheds light, lamp, torch, brightness of a lamp. All right, the metaphors. God is light because light has extremely delicate, subtle, pure, brilliant quality of truth and its knowledge together with spiritual purity associated with it. See that? Reason mind. Now, here's the one that I love, all right, which speaks loud and clear. The power of understanding, especially moral and spiritual truth. You see that? That's what true light is. And how do you do that? Rightfully dividing the word of truth, right? Rightfully dividing the word of truth, all right? In other words, let me open up another tab. Give me a minute. All right, this is 2 Timothy 2:15, all right? What does it say here? Study to show thyself approved unto the God power, unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, a workman, okay, that needeth not be ashamed. Okay, do the work. In other words, be diligent, which means to be continuous. All right? Remember, he who keepeth my works, right, that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, to him will I give power over the nations. You people understand that? What's that talking about? Rulership. You understand that? Rulership. So yes, this book is a prophetic book. There's no other book. The book of Kemet or any other philosophy are not going to contain the prophecies. Okay? So this book has no mate. Okay? And that's pursuant to Isaiah 34:16. You understand? All right? So rightfully dividing the word of truth. Okay? And you do that through your precepts. You understand that? Through your precepts. Again, people, I mean, like, children playing with blocks, the teacher, has them and it's like, you wouldn't put a square block, all right, a square peg into a round hole, would you? No. So it's about rightfully dividing the word of truth. And how do you do that? Through your precepts. You understand? That's how you get understanding, people. Okay? That's how you get the understanding, right? What does it say here? The power of understanding, especially moral and spiritual truth, is to hit up your precepts. You see that? See, that is having the light. You understand that? All right? That's how you know, people. All right? That's how you know. Okay? All right. All right, let's move on, shall we? All right. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Correct, right? You walk in a house, the house is dark. What do? You turn on the light switch. Everything is lighted up, right? You understand that, people? And that's a symbolism of what you are and what you represent. Once you have this truth, that's what you are. You're the light of the world. You're light bearers on the right-hand side. You understand that? Because understand something, there's a left too. Because the Lord is about a balance, people. All right? And you read about the left all throughout the scriptures. I'll give you an example. When you read Isaiah 14 and you see the word Lucifer, and no, it's not talking about the spiritual entity Satan, who's actually an angel on the left-hand side of the Father. But many of you out there don't know that because you don't read. You don't have the understanding. Okay? He's a morning star, like Yahushua, who sits on the right. He's a morning star. Okay? He's a servant of the Lord. He's an employee. No servant is higher, okay, or greater than his master, which is the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. He was never kicked out of heaven. All you got to do is go read Job, the 1st and 2nd chapters. You understand? So when you see the word Lucifer, like here I'm in the blue letter, and you click on it, or you go to the Bible Concordance, it will tell you it means light bearer. In that case, as you read from Isaiah 14 and 12, where you'll see it, and you read on down to like the 17th verse, it will clearly tell you it's talking about man. The light bearers, though, that it's speaking of are on the left-hand side because it's describing all his wickedness and how this man, these men they're opposed to God. Okay? And they want to exalt themselves as God. You understand that? Who's that talking about? The Illuminati. You understand that, people? All right? It's talking about the light bearers on the left-hand side, which are a false light. Okay? So you have the left hand, right? Overseen by Satan, wickedness and unrighteousness. And on the right-hand side, you have Yahushua overseeing righteousness and goodness. You understand that, people? You get it? It's a balance. Understand, this example is given to you all throughout the scriptures. Proverbs 11 and 1 will tell you that an unjust weight is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Okay? And for those of you out there that want to believe that God is all love, put him in a box, well, that's why it is written in Isaiah 45 and 7, I form the light and create darkness. What is that? A balance. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do these things. Now, none of you can say anything about that. And as a matter of fact, many of you all want to avoid it or run from it. Yeah, what it does, it shows you and it proves to you that the Lord is about a balance. He killeth and he maketh alive. Do you understand that? He setteth one down, he setteth up another. You understand that? Balance, people, balance. Okay? Escalatius, the 3rd chapter, will clearly tell you about that. All right? Give you more examples. That there is a time and a season for everything. Okay? There's a time to love and there's a time to hate. There's a time for peace and a time for war. Do you know what time you're living in, people? You're living at the end of days. You're living in a time of war. You're living in the time of Jacob's trouble. World War III. Armageddon, which is Yahweh's judgment against the nations. So wake the hell up. All right. All right. We'll end this here, and we'll pick it up in part 2. All right? Shalom.